We're here with Matthew Semancik, and this is the story, Matthew, that I've wanted to do for 5 years. And the only reason why we haven't done it before is because I didn't have a camera. Okay? So what we're going to do, you and I, we're going to open a bottle of champagne. Properly, okay? And I am going to put my thumb in what they call the punt. And now what I found out is that I thought that the waiters put their thumb in the punt because they were trying to be fancy schmancy. Actually, the punt serves a purpose because there's a lot of pressure in this bottle of champagne. In fact, 2 times as much pressure as a tire. All right, so we're here and we've got the foil, we've got the shoulder here, the shoulder, okay, the foil, the shoulder. So we're going to start opening it right here, all right? And a
very important thing to remember is when you take the foil off, when the cage is on there,
the cage is right here.
The important thing is once you start unloosening the cage, always have your thumb on top.
All right.
Never take off the cage because there's a chance that the cork will expel out. And also you don't want to be pointing at anybody.
Get in here. Keep in here with me. So here we go. The cage here 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's never 5. It's never 7. It's always 6. And has he mentioned that we're going to keep the thumb down? No.
Oh, you always want to keep the cage on.
Oh, we do?
You always want to keep the cage on.
And I'm going to open it like that?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay, yeah, please, of course.
Well, the trick, you always have the cage on. And then the trick is you have it punt underneath. But what you want to do is you don't want to turn the cork.
Ah, you want to turn the bottle.
You want to hold the cork down. And then gently turn the bottom. And then kind of angle it out a little bit.
Right at the camera, man. Yeah, good.
And that's the sound you want to make.
That beautiful sound. That is my favorite sound. Look at the guy over here. He's going crazy.
Sorry, not to take away all your
No, you were right. You're right. Okay, so the first part was we opened it. Okay, and I think Matthew and I will agree that it's the slow process, opening it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pour. We've got 2 glasses, and they both say Dills on them, but I'm going to share with Matthew. And what we do, just like we drink champagne, you pour champagne relatively slow. Because if you pour too quick, like this, look what happens. You're going to waste some of that beautiful liquid gold, right? So we're going to pour it real slow. Look, let's go halfway. All right. And then I'm going to refer to you on this. With red wine, we might take a smell of it, but with champagne, are we going to smell it?
Yes, and this is the interesting thing, too, about champagne. Champagne flutes there's some argument about it. They do focus the bubbles the best.
Did I bring the correct flute?
This is a flute, correct.
All right.
Now, the thing is, we'll see some people, even myself, I don't mind drinking champagne out of a white wine glass.
I'll drink it out of a plastic cup. I really will.
The thing with the white wine glass, when you have a champagne of the caliber of Taittinger, you're going to have this beautiful aromatic qualities that sometimes in
yeasty almost.
Exactly. And you're not going to get that full aromatic potential in the cylinder flute. Now, with a white wine glass or a tulip flute, which is somewhere between a flute and a regular glass, you're going to have more of a larger opening, so you're going to be able to get the aromatic qualities.
All right, so
Santé.
Santé. We look at each other. I learned that last week. I was with some ladies, and I didn't look at them.
Oh, yes. Always make eye contact.
Make eye contact when you... Marvelous. One other thing, my opinion, don't over-chill your champagne. I found that the colder the glass, the colder the bottle, you're going to lose some of the flavor. I like it cold, but not ice cold.
That is correct. And same thing with, you don't want to be drinking your red wines hot or too cold, or your white wines too cold. When the white wine's too cold, especially with very high quality champagne or white wine, if it's too cold, you're going to close off all that flavors. You don't want it too hot because then it's going to bring out all the alcohol. But you want to have a nice little balance. So out of your refrigerator is 40 degrees. A little bit too cold. Even with something like Comte de Champagne, you can, I would actually, have that more closer to 45, 49 degrees, because you're going to be able to get more of that intense aromatic quality. This is a vintage champagne that's been aged for 8 years on the leaves. So something to keep in mind, 2006. This is an 11-year-old Chardonnay.
Ah,
What 11-year-old
delicious.
Chardonnay can you drink that is fresh, lively, and will continue to age and develop?
Well, live from our studio here somewhere in California, we just learned how to open a bottle of champagne, store it, and drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.